Right, guys. So this video is going to be about sales. This week, I haven't been doing that much cold calls, so I've been busy with stuff. Actually, been working on other things, trying to get a job in sales, and then also managing like websites and stuff like that. Had to do some admin work this week, so that's. I haven't been able to do a lot of calls this week, but the ones that I did do, I did have some sales meetings. They went all right. It wasn't particularly great either. I'm mostly working on the client work now, preparing that because that's the important part also, right? About when you have an agency, you want to get good results for your clients, and so it takes work. So you can't just do the sales meetings all the time. But yeah, what I noticed in sales is that similar as in cold approach, like it's a lot about energy, right? So a lot of sales trainers they will say, and rightly so, they will say about having good tonality, having good strategy, having talking about the pain points with your prospects and all things like that. It's all important. But what many sales trainers don't talk about is like the energy, like how you actually calibrate to the energy, to what's going on, like in your reality, is going on in your person's reality. How you calibrate to that is going to make a massive difference in your sales results. Obviously, you know the logical structure is still going to be going to need to be there, because if that isn't there, then you're not making progress. But if you only have that there, that's not gonna be great, because that process only works when you do it in the right way, and that means the calibration needs to be good as well. And the better that you can do that, the more results that you're going to see. So how do you explain something like that, right? It's different, it's difficult, but I find that it's mostly for me about sensing and what's going on in my experience. What I think is going on in the other person, and like really trying to sense what's going on, and then you can kind of feel that out. Not always. Sometimes your judgment can be off, but the more you do it, the more intuition you get, the better you can sense things like that. Right? I'm not talking about magic here. It's basically like sensing emotions and reading emotions, emotional cues and stuff like that. So I find that you can actually like manipulate that if you sense, like if you do a lot of like meditation and you're in sales meetings and you're aware of what's going on, not just like verbally but energetically, you can start to manipulate that. And I don't mean that like in a weird way. It's just basically controlling your state and controlling where the interaction and the energy level of the interaction is going. So that's something that you can play with, that can help a lot, especially if you feel like you've got the logical side of the sales down. Then that's something you can practice. That helps me a lot. So that's the tip I can give you today. Honestly, I need to get back a little bit on my structure. I need to do more cold calls again and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing that next week. Today, this week I've had to create a website and stuff like that, so I was a little bit distracted with that. Yeah, got to get back into a good pace. That's important. And Also gonna looking for, like, next to my agency, also for a sales job. Some of you guys already know that. So gonna do prospecting for that as well. It's gonna be a lot of LinkedIn, so a lot of messaging people, and actually messaging to business owners of like bigger companies. Not like the biggest companies, but pretty big companies. So I'm hoping some some people are going to reply, and hopefully I can get some good conversations. We will see. It's something new. I'm not used to reaching out to bigger business owners, mostly smaller for my agency so far. So, but yeah, we will see. Today, I've been really busy with cold approaches here. I made some good progress. I made like 10 or almost 10 cold approaches today. So it's good. I need to manage my energy better though, but it was good. I made some progress on like the way I felt when I was doing the approaches. Felt like an improvement because I'm like able to do some things that I wasn't do before, like show some parts of myself that I wasn't able to show before, like in the interaction, especially like being more serious when talking to people. You know, just because you're talking to someone new doesn't mean that it needs to be playful or like lighthearted. It can be serious as well. And I think, especially if you want to have a connection with someone, it's like you don't want to be too serious because that's not good. But for me personally, like I don't want to be too playful either, because then I feel like I'm being fake. So I like being mostly serious and then like a little bit cheerful when I meet someone new, like in general also. But yeah, I think that's like a good combination for me, and also like how I want to meet people right now. So that's good. Feeling more, feeling more confident in myself as well. So we will see. I'm like trying to find where I can steer the interactions when I'm meeting new people. I think that's gonna be good for my sales meetings as well, when I can kind of know like how I want to relate to people better and how I can as well. So I think that's good. But yeah, it's about, for me, I think for a lot of people, but especially for me, it's about finding like alignment, like what you actually want to do. And that's part of that is like thinking, but it's a lot of like feeling things out. And it's something you have to actively do, but also like it takes time. It takes repeated work and repeated practice. And then eventually you see that you make improvements in how you relate to people, how you can see your sales results, see your social skills improve. So that's what I found. So yeah, this is the video. Let me know if you liked it. I know it's like a little bit jumbled, but I hope I was able to share some things with you guys, and I will see you next time. Check out my next video if you want. Have a good one. Bye.